The Syrian war has reached new levels of brutality. That was the conclusion in a damning new report by the UN. It says both sides in the civil war have committed extensive war crimes and crimes against humanity, and believes chemical weapons have been found. Arise News' Nikki Omer reports.
There are reasonable grounds to believe that limited quantities of toxic chemicals were used. It has not been possible, on the evidence available, to determine the precise chemical agents used, their delivery systems, or the perpetrators.
It's just the latest indication from the international community that chemical weapons have made it onto the battlefield in Syria. But UN investigators say the atrocities committed with conventional weapons far outweigh those committed by chemical weapons.
Government forces, as you see in the report, and affiliated militia have committed murder, torture, rape, forcible displacement, enforced disappearances, and other inhumane acts. Many of these crimes were perpetrated as part of widespread or systematic attacks against civilian populations and constitute crimes against humanity.
And the Syrian rebels fare little better in the report, which says they too are committing war crimes on a daily basis.
Anti-government armed groups have also committed war crimes, including murder, sentencing and execution without due process, torture, hostage-taking and pillage. They continue to endanger the civilian population by positioning military objectives in civilian areas.
Meanwhile, there's now confusion as to whether Syria has received these Russian anti-aircraft missiles. Last week, President Bashar al-Assad hinted his army had received the first shipment, but today Vladimir Putin countered the claim.
In regard to the S-300 missile, it is indeed one of the world's best anti-aircraft systems, if not the best. The contract was signed a few years ago. It has not yet been fulfilled.
Nevertheless, the Russian president did say Moscow would honour its contract with Damascus. Nikki Omer, Arise News.